fucking Christ! I just recorded a lot of stuff that was not recorded because I had not been recording. So, I will start recording now. And I will give you information. I just got off a call with my mentor. Man who is my mentor, so I call him mentor. And I haven't been vulnerable with you guys in a long time. I've been kind of half-assing my content. Less so than I was a few weeks ago. A few weeks ago, I was just kind of like, meh, let me just spit out a video. And I put more effort into my content. And then today I'm putting even more effort into my content because I've been doing like most of my content just kind of on random subjects. Like maybe 75% on like this subject or that subject or this subject. It's like kind of interesting to me, but only 25% on the core mission of Passion Unchained. I want to flip that, which means put 75% of my content onto like core mission of Passion Unchained, helping you build an awesome life that you love, and specifically a life that is tailored to you, like a custom life, like a bespoke life. Like, I guess a good analogy is if you go to a tailor and get a custom-made suit rather than like something you just buy from Nordstrom's. I make custom-made journals, 100% custom, so it's like buying a journal from me versus buying a Moleskine. Like, I don't know if that's a good example because the Moleskines are actually pretty good. But it's just like I want to help people build a life that they love, but not just a life that they love, but a life that is their life, tailor-made to them. And I want to make most of my content about that. And then every now and then talk about some shit that I like I don't know, some movie I'm watching, or like movie review, or something fun. I don't know, something cool. And today I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the things that happened when I went down my own path. And it helps to remember that when you start doing your own thing and start going against what other people want for you, people are going to fight that. The people closest to you, most of all. The people who love you, who say they love you, most of all, will try to stop you from doing your own thing. And a lot of it is because, like, say it's your mom or your dad or your best friend, they, to an extent, define themselves by their relationship with you. So if you are, say, a really good example is like if you have a friend that is more fit than you and you start becoming fit and your friend starts to discourage you, like, oh, like, you don't need to do that, like, you're fine as you are, or like, you know, it's okay, just, you know, eat a little more ice cream, you'll be fine, you don't need to like be on this diet. Then a lot of that is because that person who's more fit might be defining some of their worth by being more fit than you. So like, I'm probably, at this point, I think I'm the most fit of my friends. Now I have some friends who are fit, and I have one that I think is, no, I'm more fit than him. And that's because it's been one of my main goals for a few months, for like half a year now. It's been my main goal, is my fitness. That's the only reason, and it hasn't been their main goal. They have other goals, so it's not like they can't. They could easily surpass me if they put the effort in. But if I was like, I am the fittest of my friends, that is who I am at a core level, and that's what makes me feel good. Not that I'm fit, not that I'm fitter than I was yesterday, but that I am the fittest of my friends. Then say, like, if I had a friend, one of my friends, start to work on his fitness, I would discourage that. But because I am comfortable in my own skin, well, as much as I can be, that's something that I think we're all working on. I think I'm in a good place with that, though. But because I define my worth by being better than I was yesterday, not being better than my friend, but being better than I was yesterday, I have a few friends. I have one friend in particular who's wanting to lose weight, and I encourage the fuck out of him, and I give him tips, and I give him tricks, and I give him encouragement, because I want him to succeed. Because if he succeeds, if he gets more fit than me, fucking great. Now I have motivation to get even more fit because in a fun, competitive way, I don't want my friend to surpass me. But like, I'm happy that he surpasses me, and in a fun, competitive way, it urges me to be like, well, I need to get better too now. And the key word is fun. So that's a good analogy for why when you start to do your own thing, your friends, your parents will probably want to stop you. And to give a good example, I was in college not too long ago, a few years ago, and I was going to become a computer science, I was a computer science major. I was going to become a software engineer. And I was president of a programming club at Rutgers. I was getting great marks in most of my programming classes. I was respected by my programming professors. I was on a first-name basis with them, talked to them a lot, and this was in like large lecture halls. Like, they recognized me and a few others, of course, but like we had a one-on-one relationship. I was ambassador for Wolfram Research, student ambassador. I would do tech talks about Wolfram Research and Mathematica and their programming language. I was, by objective means, really at Rutgers, fucking Rutgers, the second oldest university in the United States, older than the United States itself, very prestigious and well known for psychology and business mostly, but they have a really good computer science department. Objectively, I was fucking awesome. I decided that it was not the direction I wanted to go, and that I wanted to go a different direction. I wanted to create content. Hello! I wanted to create content and do my own thing and travel the world while I was young, and I decided to drop out. Now, in the process, I was pretty much ostracized, at least temporarily ostracized and disowned by my family. I had family, aunts and uncles, mom, dad, aunts and uncles calling me up, trying to convince me to get back to college and trying to convince me to do what they wanted for me. Now, I think their intentions, at least to a large extent, were good. They wanted me to be safe. They wanted me to have my needs met. And the way that they thought was best for me was to specialize in a field, get a job that is safe and comfortable, and that will be lucrative. And fucking tech is super lucrative and super easy to get a job and super easy to get a lot of money. It's one of the easiest fields if you can do it. If you have the skill, which I objectively did, and I had like a resume that fucking wowed everybody, it was easy for me to get a coding job. And it would be easy for me to support myself. But I didn't want that life. It was something that had started to really frustrate and disgust me the closer I got to working in a programming job. And so I don't think my parents' intentions were altogether bad, but I think they were misplaced because satisfaction in life does not come from doing what others want for you. And when you realize that you want something, even if it starts as a whisper in your ear and it grows, and then you start to give yourself the audacity to think like, oh, I can create content. I can make content creating my main thing. I can have the audacity to travel the world, which is what I did for about half a year, about 6 months after I dropped out of college, and create content and film things and go to Colombia and Latvia and Lithuania and just film and like write blog posts and just kind of do my own thing and carve my own path. What you're doing is you're bringing up other people's regrets. You're showing them what they could have been, especially your parents, if they aren't self-actualized, if they didn't make similar decisions like that, if they did choose a safer path, you're bringing up their regrets. And that's going to hurt. And if they're not aware enough, and if they have enough regrets and they're not self-aware enough, they're going to project that onto you, and they're going to say, hey, stop. You got to be safe. You got to do what's right, because that's the decision that they made. They're essentially saying, hey, I wasn't bold enough to do what you're doing, and you're making me feel really bad about what I did. I don't want to hurt anymore. I don't want to be shown who I could have been. I don't want you to do this anymore because it hurts me to see that. They're not saying on the surface level, and to some extent, genuinely,
They want you to be safe, to have your needs met, but to a large extent, they're also comparing themselves to you, and they're coming up short. And they're jealous that you have the audacity to go after something. And so one thing that you have to be aware of when you go after your own path is you will find a bunch of people who decided not to, projecting that regret onto you. That's their regret masked as concern, as altruistic concern. And I guess if there's I'm not a Christian, I'm Jewish, and I'm not even a religious Jew, but I like the analogy of like the devil like whispering through other faces, through other people's faces. And this is a really good analogy for this, is that this is like almost like the devil like trying to say, hey, don't follow your dreams. Hey, don't do that. That's hard. Be safe. Do the thing that you're supposed to do. Do the thing that you're supposed to do. And you won't have to face all this hardship. You won't have to face these people trying to stop you. And don't get me wrong. You following your dreams is not life on easy mode. It's life on hard mode. And that's something that is really important to understand. It's life on hard mode. You're not taking life easily. You are making life hard for yourself. But that is where the satisfaction comes in. That is where the fulfillment comes in. That is where you build a life you love. Life you love does not mean a life that is easy. A life that is easy is a life that you will grow to resent. A life that is satisfying will be difficult. But it's almost like if I told you, like, hey, I want you to run to the grocery store. But when you get to the grocery store, if you ran the whole way and didn't stop at all, I have $1 million waiting for you. And I will be watching you. I have a drone following you. If you stop one moment, you are not going to get that $1 million. You're going to go there, and I will know because I have a drone following you. You will not get that $1 million. But if you arrive and I've seen you have run the whole way, you will receive that $1 million. It's going to be cash. It's going to be cash. I'm going to give you a receipt and everything so the IRS knows about it. I've paid the taxes. I'm actually giving you like $1.3 million on paper, and I paid the taxes under your name. I have the receipt and everything. It'll be all taxes paid and everything. It'll be right there for you to enjoy. Even if the grocery store is 50 miles away, you're going to fucking do it. I mean, if your body's capable of it. Like, if you're physically capable of it, you won't do 1,000 miles. Let's say the grocery store is like, I don't know, 5 miles away, and you're not a runner. You'll still fucking do that. You will do that. It's going to be difficult, but you're going to do it. Because there's a fucking $1 million there for you. Taxes paid and everything. Legal, 100%. Like, it's not like you have to hide it or anything. You have that $1 million all legit. And so that's a really good analogy, like building your own life, your own bespoke, I love that word, your own custom bespoke life is, I dropped my pen, is like, it's hard, it's life on hard mode, but just like that run to the grocery store, I don't know why the fuck I picked grocery store, I'm thinking about food. Just like that run to the grocery store, it is your, it's challenging, but it's important, and it's like it's motivating. You want to do it. It's hard, but you want to do it. Challenging, I guess, is a good way to say it. It's challenging, but in the best way. So, I hope that this gave you a little bit of insight into some of the hardships to expect once you start on your journey into building a life that you genuinely love from the inside out, a life that is custom to you. You will get haters. I hope this helped you anticipate that, give you a little bit of insight into my own journey, into things that I had to deal with, and help you take that leap. And if you already took that leap, help you continue along that leap and trust the process a little more, because sometimes you start, people try to stop you, and then you might be discouraged from keeping to go. And if I help one fucking person, if I help one of you to continue and not give up, and to continue towards the custom life that you really want, to build a life that you love, that is not necessarily what other people want for you, then I've won, and I can die happy. I also am building that life for myself by creating this channel to inspire you guys, inspire and guide you guys to building a life you love in a custom way, in a way that is like fits you. It isn't like a blueprint. It's like custom fit clothing. And one of the things that is my obstacle right now is money. I want to make enough money so that I can do this full time, all the time, and not have to do anything else. Because right now I'm doing like 40 to 50 hours a week of gig economy stuff so I can pay the bills. I don't want to have to do that. So one way that you can help, I have links in the description of the camera that I have, the camera that I use, the microphone setup that I use, the lavalier microphone, and these things. I think I have the tripod in the description as well. If you want to create content, those are fucking awesome things to have. They're awesome things to use. I love this particular camera. I also have the lens in the description. And great equipment that I would suggest if you're at all curious about content creation to get. And that's one awesome way to build a custom life. And if you use those links and you buy anything, so even if you click like the link on the camera and then you buy in the next 24 hours, you buy a different camera, I still get a cut of that, and you don't pay anything extra, and it really helps me create more content like this, because then I can pay the bills with money that comes from the YouTube channel, which means that I can spend more time on the YouTube channel. So I would really appreciate if you use those links, if any of that, if you're curious about any of those products. I've used all of them. I'm using them right now. And if this spoke to you, please give it a like, subscribe, and share. I really don't like shilling out, like just like having like a section of the video that's all self-promotion, but it's important for me right now because I want to build this channel, and that means that I need it to grow. I need it to grow. So anyway, I guess I shouldn't be too ashamed of that. But please build the life that you love and unchain your passion, and good night.